This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your card up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
That's how you guys stood in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. JFW Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
And I am the faction slayer, Nubby, the amazing turtle.
And I know you guys are thinking, oh, JFW, you guys go on for forever. You guys have these too long of shows. I mean, well, today might be a short one. Not a lot to really talk about. I mean, we got some results from some shows, but this upcoming weekend, at least for the shows that we talk about, we actually had to add a show just so we had a match card to talk about this week.
Yeah,
insane.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know we kind of talked about like how it's kind of weird. We're thinking maybe because of St. Patrick's Day, which is a strong possibility. St. Patrick's Day is this coming Monday, so maybe this weekend they're not looking to have like a lot of shows and stuff. So. Yeah. It's a possibility. So we got a couple shows we're going to cover results from. Obviously, ARW happened over the weekend. We'll cover the match, the results from that one. Frontline happened this past weekend. We do have a highlight or kind of a quick recap of something that did happen. We don't really have results from there. So I don't know if it's who runs Frontline?
Ben.
I don't know why I was thinking Blaine. Ben, I don't know who you have available to send us information on Frontline Pro, but if you could have them send us out results and some kind of highlights of the shows, we'd love to continue to share those here on JFW. Superwrestlers happened. We weren't able to get anything as far as what happened over there. Nubby, you did mention though they did, however, have a sold out show at the music hall this year or this past Sunday.
Yeah, every ticket. Gone, man.
That's awesome. Congratulations to them. I know obviously they've been making like pop culture, social media waves, with the stuff that they're doing there. So well deserved. And then NWA Chicago happened this past Friday. We'll kind of cover a little bit about that. But what you want to start out? You want to do the match card for this upcoming show that's happening this weekend?
Sure. I would love to do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Well, obviously we'll end the show with ARW. It's one of the ones we have more of a familiarity with. Yeah, I said words somewhere in there.
Yeah, and I also got a new terms for the FA.
Oh, which is great because. Even though we found out what it stood for, I don't remember what it stood for.
I don't either, but I prefer, the ones we talk about.
Yeah.
But I was given a new one this past weekend. But when we get there, I'll bring it up.
Were you at ARW this past weekend?
I actually was.
Man, you should have told me. I would have thought about maybe going.
Oh.
You know me.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I was busy on Saturday night. I won a cooler full of booze. It's insane. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Awesome. But anyways, yeah, let's talk about that was at New Genesis Wrestling.
Yes.
Down in Mackinac, Illinois. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's south.
It's very south.
But yes, go ahead. I'm sorry. New Genesis Wrestling.
Yeah, New Genesis Wrestling presents Madness and Mayhem this Saturday, March 15th. It takes place, as I zoom in, at the Leo Civic Center at 213 North Market Street in Mascottow, whatever. How do you say you're from there? You're muted or something.
Mascota,
Illinois.
Yeah. It's close enough, yeah. That's a unique place. That's a unique name.
It is. Kind of like those Wisconsin names.
Oh, God. Like Milwaukee. Ugh.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Oshkosh.
Fond du Lac. Jesus. Sheboygan, because they wanted to be like Michigan, who already had Sheboygan, but whatever.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Kenosha.
Yeah. Ugh.
Racine. This might be the only normal name, and yet it's still weird.
Beloit.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Stupid cheese. Yeah. And then you got the southern names for Illinois. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's nutty.
It's like they gave all the good sounding names up north, and then once you get further south, it's like, we'll just put letters here, put letters over there, make it a word.
Yeah, it's dummy. But is it? I'm sure it's pronounced wrong, but McIntyre, whatever, is down by St. Louis, Missouri. So it's like south. It is out there. I guess it's more southwest for us, but yeah, that's down there.
It is down there.
Yeah. Now, did you say that this has a relation to IWA Productions?
Yes.
This one we're talking about? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're like brother and sister kind of thing, cousins.
Gotcha.
Maybe kissing cousins. I don't know.
Down to here, they're more likely. I see Mount Vernon in the radius of the map. That would make perfect sense. Surprisingly, though, a lot of known names on the match card. Like, kind of just thumbing through it. Obviously, Larkin's the one that pops out the most to me, but that's because Larkin pops out of everything. But that's definitely the one that pops out the most to me. But you got the match card in front of you. Let's run through it.
Yeah. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time is 7 p.m. Tickets for adults are $10 in advance, $12 at the door. And then for kids, you are $5. You can get it through their Facebook page, New Genesis Wrestling, or ngw.ticketleap.com. All right. So one of the matches announced, as I click it away because I'm an idiot, for the Lightning Division Championship, we have Logan Ridge taking on the champion, Preacher. Then we have Markel Hendricks, because there's 3 X's, taking on Sid Holland. And then you mentioned lovely Miss Larkin will be taking on Shaza McKenzie in a women's championship qualifying match.
Awesome. I did notice that they will be debuting, unveiling the new NGW Women's Championship belt at this show as well.
Perfect.
I believe Phoenix is her name. She'll be unveiling the new Genesis Wrestling Championship belt.
Perfect. All right. For the NGW Heavyweight Championship, we have Mickey Midas taking on the champion, Dexter Rosewell. I had a run-in with him back in IWA.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we tussled a little bit, probably in a Battle Royal.
You should go down there and run into him again.
I should.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe hit him with a chicken wing or something
Something. I would.
from
Yeah.
the ringside buffet.
There we go. Right. Do some shit. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll do some shit.
Oh yeah.
We have a tables, ladders, and chairs match. Triple threat tag team for the New Genesis Wrestling Tag Team Championships. As it will be the Heathen Army versus the Fam versus TNT. Now we know who TNT is.
Well, they're the NGW Tag Team Champions.
Yes.
I also hear
But-
they're Dynamite.
I also hear that they are the sons of Devon Dudley.
That's right. They are. Look at that. That's some impressive lineage to go up against.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then we have the Pretty Boy Floyd's final match, which Pretty Boy Floyd will be taking on Ricky Cruz in his final matchup ever.
Yeah, they I saw in one of the posts that they said it's the Freak's final match. So I guess Pretty Boy Floyd is known as the Freak down there.
He's a pretty freaky dude. I've tussled with him as well, and he's very freaky.
Oh, okay. Well, he's guess he's having one final match for NGW.
Yep. I think this is his final match ever, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And that is NGW's Madness and Mayhem, taking place this Saturday, March 15th, at the Leo's Civic Center, 213 North Market Street in Mascota, Illinois. That sounds about right. If
I
it's
think you
not,
pronounced it right.
no.
Yeah. I think you pronounced it right. The problem is I think you're probably too well educated to pronounce the name right.
And besides, I've never heard of it until now. So
Not many people have. People are going to assume that we're just pronouncing the name of an apple wrong.
it probably is the name of an apple.
Could be. Like a worm-infested apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like an apple that has like chlamydia.
That's a nasty apple.
That's a nasty apple. You know what else is a nasty apple? The name of this town. But you know what? It has wrestling, so it's making it one step better than what it could be.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. Plus, how often do you get a table, ladders, and chairs match? You know,
in
Mascota.
Mascota.
Right? They're probably gonna be like, "Holy hell! How are we gonna be able to have Fish Fry Friday if we're gonna be taking all our tables and chairs away?" And I was like, "Ease up, you'll be fine. It's the next day.
They'll be fine. They'll be all right.
Guaranteed, this place definitely does a Fish Fry Friday, 100%. Probably at
And
the
if they-
same location.
And if they didn't, they probably will after listening to our podcast.
They would need to, yeah. A lot of people change shit when they listen to our podcast. You know, it'd be cool if something like this happened, and then, oh shit, it happens. What a coincidence.
Because we book shit.
We booked you, yeah. Inadvertently, yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome, people.
All right. So, where do we go from here, Travis T?
I mean, I do want to cover ARW in length, obviously. Like I said, we do not have a lot to kind of cover on this episode, so it's going to be probably pretty brief. Again, we mentioned Super Wrestlers has a sold-out crowd. Frontline did happen this past weekend. We didn't get results from it, but you said there was something that was mentioned pertaining to the tag team tournament.
Or what? Well, it wasn't a tag team tournament. It was a fatal four-way match, like block thing.
Oh.
But yeah, they could have been teaming up together. Who knows?
No, I think I'm getting the convention mixed up with it. I think that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. So,
All right.
So from this past Saturday, the fatal four-way happened. What's the announcement from that?
So the winner of this year's breakout tournament and new Frontline Pro Intrepid champion, Cash Money Corey McHenry.
You know what? I saw a post that Steve put about him. Now, my question is now, how long until Corey McHenry becomes a piece of shit and Steve has to talk bad about him?
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to Aaron Stone. It happened to Shaq Jordan. It's only a matter of time before he says, Corey McHenry is the guy. He's the rising star. And all of a sudden, Corey McHenry is going to become a piece of shit in Steve's eyes. And Steve's going to call him, you son of a bitch, you bastard, or whatever he can no longer say because he keeps getting in trouble.
Isn't it possible that maybe Steve does jump the gun a little bit?
I think so.
Because you start, calling people sons of bitches just because one thing takes place.
100%. That's what he does.
What if he turns them into sons of bitches after calling them sons of bitches?
I think so. I think once Steve starts making the assumption of who people really are, their frustration comes out from that because, as he has mentioned, the LIM said it. He is the voice of Rocket Pro Wrestling. And once Steve gives up on somebody and goes to the next shiny thing and starts considering this person that he admired so much to be, well, that now frustrated person. That's why when I commentate, it doesn't matter if you're a good guy, a bad guy, a piece of shit or not. I give you credit where credit's due, and I don't when you don't deserve it. Not Steve, though. He'll call you the franchise one week, and then you're a son of a bitch the next week. You're the guy that's the next generation in this business, then you're a bastard. The reason that indie wrestling is what it is today, and the worst human being in the world. It all depends on what Steve needs to say to get his shit in. So, and if I can pull up the post real quick, if you indulge me for a minute, if I can find it, all I gotta do is go to Steve's page, which, good on him. Who is Steve's guest this week?
He's actually going to be on location this week.
Ooh.
Going to a bar of some sort where the Knockouts will be having bingo. So he'll be doing interviews on location with some Knockouts, playing some bingo.
Gotcha. You can take that to the bank. Congrats, Corey. Give it time, and you'll be saying some bad shit about Corey McHenry. Because that's what he does. He appreciates what the young talent does, and then he just moves on to the next guy, and then that guy's just fucking nobody. So he did the Shaq Jordan, and he wants to blame Shaq Jordan for that attitude. It's a Steve thing. Steve's a very impressionable person. His opinion is valued by many people in the business. When he sits there and he says the wrong thing about the wrong person, and then when they retaliate, and he's like, "Oh, are you being mean to me? I'm just doing what I'm supposed to be doing." No, he's not.
I mean, you're a commentator. You can say what you want, have opinions, but it's like he retaliates all the time when his opinion gets, kind of shut down a little bit.
His opinion can be bought by the cheers of the fans, and that's what it is. Steve does not base his opinion of who he likes and who he dislikes on anything other than who do the fans like and who the fans don't. It's the same thing that the LIM does. It's the same thing that Shelley does. They are going to like whoever the fans really like because they would never want to go against the fans because then they won't be as liked. That's the goofy part. That's why I love commentating with C-Red, because C-Red values the opinion of the person over the opinion of the fans. That's why I like people like Damian Saint, Aaron Xavier, Max Holiday, whether they're good guys or bad guys or whatever they're doing. Well, not Damian Saint. Damian Saint's always a natural bad guy. It is what it is. But I respect his business mind. Not what he does to you. What he does to you is dickish. I never liked Maximus, whether he was pandering to the crowd or not pandering against the crowd. Either way, he was a moron, idiot, stupid. But when it comes to Steve used to love Maximus, but now he hates Maximus. He used to love Shaq Jordan. Now he hates Shaq Jordan. Make your mind up. It's like, oh, if you want to know who Steve likes, just listen to who the fans are cheering for, and there you go. That's how it works. That easy. Simple.
Explains everything.
It's 100%. It explains a lot. Yeah, 100%.
The fans love me, so he's got to love me.
That's right. That's why he's not making fun of you or belittling you or poking fun at you recently, because he needs the fans to be on his side.
Except when Paulie Tomaselli is around, then it's...
Well, then he has to pander to Paulie Tomaselli, just like,
right.
It's who Steve is. But it's fine. I love Steve. I got nothing against Steve. It's just his opinions need to be his opinions and not the opinions based on what fans are booing or cheering or whatever. That's his problem. It's like when people sit there and say, it's like, oh, you're just up Angel and Aaron's ass all the time. It's like, why? Because regardless if they're good guys or bad guys, I still appreciate their work in the ring. It makes no fucking sense. Like, I'm sorry. I talk way too much about Max Holiday. Ask Max Holiday. I think he would disagree. I think he would love if I talked more about him. Hell, I would love if I talked more about him. I can't wait for the summer to come around so I can be like, there goes Max on the boat. He named it the BFFs. Yeah, BFF yacht. Yeah, the pontoon travesty. He would love if I talked about him a lot more. But why wouldn't I? Regardless if he's a good guy or bad guy, I still consider him a best friend of mine. I never knew he was friends with Jay Beck. That kind of makes me think I don't think he makes the right decisions all the fucking time. But you know what? It was fine. That was back when he wore like silver pants or some goofy shit. I don't know what he did back then. But regardless, my opinions never changed just because somebody's being booed or cheered. It's the wrestling in the ring. Marche Rocket was at CSW. Steve loved Marche Rocket. Joking about getting him a jacket for how many times he was on the Power Hour. But now because Marche Rocket is tired of being pandered to and wants to do his own fucking thing, all of a sudden now Steve can't like Marche Rocket? Can't like Steve Boz? Why? Why? Just saying. I'm just saying.
So you mentioned Max Holiday. Here's a question. Sue.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful
or hideous?
I think it depends on if she furs up or not. I think if she throws the fur on, it's a little more exotic. But I think if she doesn't fur up, then it's kind of like just like any other boot. But I don't know. I never met her up close and personal. I wish I never did. She's like an admire from the far kind of thing. That's what I appreciate.
Damien Saint said she was hideous. So.
Well, Damien Saint, has the opportunity to meet her up close and personal if he keeps wanting to AFA. My definition, not ARW's definition. Yeah. Wait, am I not supposed to cross those two companies? I forgot.
We are a podcast. We can do what we want.
Just checking. Just I didn't know if somebody's gonna complain, but it's fine.
We talk about both companies separately. Sometimes we can cross the streams because
sometimes we cross streams. Yeah, like Ghostbusters or two buddies peeing in a urinal. I get that. I get that Damien's not a big fan of Max Holiday right now because the whole J-Beck thing, and now that Max is going after the title, and the title's on his guy right now. It's a whole big thing. I'll tell you right now though, if Max Holiday decided I'm going to be part of the Undeniable, I guarantee you that Damien Saint might announce a women's division with the only person in there being a boot named Sue.
That's a possibility.
I'm just saying, because who wouldn't want Max Holiday in their group?
I definitely wouldn't want to go against Max Holiday. So
right. Nobody does because he's a monster. Whether he's Holiday or Sinister or even the guy in the blue pants, from many, many years ago. Or the guy in the silver pants from Hollywood Undead, or I don't know what the hell.
No, they were the Hollywood Icons.
Hollywood Icons, yeah. From Sin City or whatever the hell they did, yeah. It doesn't matter which Max Holiday you get. They're all going to fuck you up. I just prefer the Max Holiday one, because that's the Whiskey Benton Hellbound guy. That's the Boot Name Sue guy. That's the guy that in 2018 or 2019 was part of ARW running through fucking SCW. 3-time longest reigning SCW heavyweight champion. Dude broke his fucking foot in a Falls Count Anywhere match against Maverick Cage and still got through the match. I believe he won the match. Didn't lose the match. Had the title forfeited because he could not compete. Still out there calling out SCW while on crutches and shit. Hell yeah. First wrestler to ever bring me into the ring and put the belt on my shoulder and shit like that. Hell yeah. Love that dude. I don't care if one day he went on to the morning after and said Travesty is just a fat piece of shit, just a total mark, and just won't get off my jock, I'm still going to love fucking Max Holiday because of his work in the ring and, the appreciation that he's shown me up until that morning after show. So, just saying. I'm okay with it. That's who I am.
You are who you are.
That's right. I happen to like Max Holiday because he is a great competitor, a veteran in this business, and longest reigning 3-time SCW heavyweight champion. So
there you go.
It doesn't matter. It does. It doesn't matter.
My bad.
It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if anyone else becomes a 3-time SCW heavyweight champion in SCW. He's always going to be the first triple SCW heavyweight champion, 3-time SCW heavyweight champion. And once he wins those tag titles that he got screwed out of, and then he can sit there and go for the Genesis title, hell, I'll give him a shot at High Voltage, make him a Grand Slam champion, because why the hell not?
That'll work.
Yeah, I could do things maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Max wants to be on High Voltage or not. Maybe, but who knows? But
Max versus the Reaper. That would be a good, interesting matchup.
Right? Kick that idiot right in the face. It'd be awesome. Hell yeah. Anyways, you were saying, Nubby. I'm sorry.
All right, so we were talking about Frontline. They did make one match announcement for Call to Arms. I know we normally wait, but because it's just one match, and it's an interesting matchup. It'll be Joey Jet Evelyn against Ben McCoy.
Am I reading this right? Unsanctioned?
Yes.
Why? What happened at this last show where they went from, maybe having, each other's backs based because of Sierra to now I'm having first off, not a fan of Bald Avalon. I'm just going to say it. I do not like it. Not a big fan of it. Secondly, that's going to be an interesting matchup because obviously I think Sierra's going to side with Avalon, but there's a mutual respect for Ben McCoy. So does she stay out of it completely? That's got to be main event, right? It has to be.
That's definitely main event quality. I'll give you that. Will it be? I don't know. Depends on what they got going on. Because I saw the flyer, and there's some high quality superstars on there. So we'll see.
That the Warhorse?
Yeah.
Dang.
Talk about high quality, man.
Isn't is this the show or is it the next show that he has his championship opportunity?
It'll be sometime in May.
Sometime in May. Okay.
I forgot the name of the show.
Yeah.
It's
I know
an
it's coming
important
up.
show.
So, yeah.
It's in May though.
Okay. Okay. Hey, yeah, Avalon versus McCoy coming on March 29th. So there we go.
We actually get a break from Frontline. Not that we don't like talking about them. We love it.
Man. Yeah, this eventually is going to become the Frontline podcast just because they're going to have a show weekly. Probably in the next 3 years. They'll probably be like weekly.
Shit, maybe next year. Who knows?
Well, as the growth happens, yeah. Start finding some TV program and doing some live shows.
Yeah. Oh, special Rocket Pro announcement. If you missed Shamrock Showdown, head over to the YouTube page because they're all up there right now.
There we go.
Matches are officially up.
There you go. You just got to search Rocket Pro Wrestling on YouTube. Or if you go to JFW Podcast YouTube channel, it's listed under there under the people that we talk about.
And it's interesting. I just went to YouTube, and the match that shows up first is my match.
Oh, yeah. But that makes sense.
That should always happen.
And it's accurate. Yeah. Nubby gets pops.
Yeah, I get pops. Even at shows where I'm just sitting in the crowd.
Always.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you want to go to NWA Chicago?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So that happened this past Friday.
Yes.
I believe Apex was there.
I heard rumors that he was there.
I heard there was a speculation.
Now these results actually came from an asshat named Chris Miller, so they're going to be all over the place.
Hey, we know what? Thanks, Miller.
Thank you, but you asshat.
Yes, you had to start with asshat. It's like,
he is an asshat, so.
I mean, listen, obviously he is. I mean, the way he treated the women's division in CSW and kept getting his ass handed to him and everything. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
So here are the results that I'm going to tell you right now.
Ooh, right now?
Right now.
Right now. Excellent.
Right now. Charlie Kleinman and Gage defeated Steve Boz and Hans Carden. The Soul Touchers lose to Country Gentlemen via disqualification. Jason Kill defeated Eddie Grayson and Jack Bauer in a handicap match. And I finally figured out who Jason Kill is. Would you like to know? It's Cypher.
Really?
Just under a different name.
Mask or no mask?
No mask.
He's smiling?
I don't know about the smiling part. He may have smiled a little, but he's in a handicap match, so there's no smiling. He's got to focus on two people at the same time.
That's child's play for a guy like him. He's a monster.
Well, it is Eddie Grayson and Jack Bauer. They've been stepping up their game lately. I mean, they've recently defeated Chris Miller and FXB in a hardcore no-holds-barred type match, so.
True. Well.
Daisy Kill had his Daisy Kill gauntlet again, and he defeated Bugs Moran, Kazile, Quintero, and Lizard Boy.
That's impressive, because one of those guys happened to be a former PAL heavyweight champion.
That is a fact.
Hell yeah, just throwing it out there.
Now, for the people listening, take a guess on who he's talking about. Just take a guess.
Yeah.
And let us know.
Yeah. Put it in the comments wherever you're listening to this. He'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brian Idol defeated Eric Schultz. On the pre-show, there was a 6-man tag, and Jake Painter's team got the victory. Tiffany Nieves defeated Natalia Markova and Elaine Negrani in a triple threat match. And then Mario Pardua defeated Ryan Matthews. And that was NWA Chicago.
I do like, I guess I would like it more if NWA was around more than like every 3 or 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool because it gets people like Kazile, Cypher, Paz. I mean, it gets these guys that we hear from CSW, Power Entertainment, an opportunity to like wrestle on like a name with some lineage on it. Like nothing against the companies they work for, but when you talk about like a nationwide company, it's a pretty cool concept. Even though it's NWA Chicago, it's still NWA.
Yeah, it's just territories.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like it's very similar to like when people are like, you know, like now to Evolve, you know, is pretty much the new NXT now because NXT is now Sunday Night Heat or whatever, you know. To be on that show, that's still like this is a WWE product now. And this is TNA is an association of WWE now. So it's those namesakes that are coming across now, which is pretty cool. Plus, yeah, it gets you more familiarized. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I gotta get to a show.
I do too. It's just really rough on Fridays. You know, that's the thing. Like that's why I've yet to be at a CSW because it's Friday in Chicago. You know, and I live the opposite direction. But maybe there'll be a Friday I can take a day off, and then I'll come hang out with you at the bell table or something, just so I could, you know, have a seat
next to Steve.
You know, just a seat. I don't want to be standing room. I don't want to be in the standing room side. You know,
well, everyone's standing around. That's just the way our shows are. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just want a chair. Just a chair.
Or maybe you can ring the bell while I'm in the Battle Royal.
I'll ring some shit. Hell yeah. Yeah, tell me if it's 2 or 3 though, because I rang the bell 3 times once on a match and I got lectured about it. It's like it's only 2. I'm like 3 sounds better, but okay.
Well, it's funny because they do it 3 times at
do they
places.
Good?
Well, I do it 3 times. Yeah. But the main goal is to do it loud. You want to hit that shit. Oh
hell yeah, I do. I banged that. I was like ding ding ding. I think it was ding ding on the open and ding 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 on the close. And also I was like, you only do it twice. I'm like, hey, that's why you want to do it.
That's how I used to do it. Ding ding and then ding ding ding. But
yeah, I think that's the right way. To me, that sounds correct, but
well, it makes sense because you know you got the start of the match, ding ding, and then the finish, which is ding ding ding, and then I'll throw a twist on submissions. I'll add like a rapid fire for submission finishes.
Oh yeah, well like when you get like the attack or the beatdown and the ref is still like going like this, you have to sit going like ding 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 ding.
I hate that. Honestly, that is a waste of time. Granted, I do it once in a while just because, but I think it's just a waste of time because what is a bell going to do?
So when I did some bell work, obviously the beatdown was happening. So I mean, obviously it was like the 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. Everyone's cheering. Or I'm sorry, ding, ding, because I got lectured, and you know everyone's cheering. All of a sudden there was an attack and everything. I did nothing until that referee pointed at me again. Because I'm not gonna just start randomly ringing fucking bells unless I get a cue from the referee. And once the referee goes like, oh yeah, go to, you know, whatever. I was like, okay. I was like, ding, 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 ding. What? As long as he's doing this, and I'll give a couple more when he stops. Because here's the thing, I'm not gonna just randomly start hitting some fucking bells and shit if I'm not given direction to do so. And then you get somebody tell me like, you know, when there's a beatdown, you're supposed to rapidly ring the bell. I'm like, I need the direction, bro. Like, listen, but hey, you know what? People have their own shit.
I hate it. It's stupid. Makes no sense to me. It doesn't do anything other than make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
It's a waste. And even when I was repping, I never called for it. I saw no point.
Yeah, but I think that's what they really want. Is just the noise and the chaos, you know?
Yeah, but there's enough chaos going on between the refs yelling at the boys or the girls, and the bell does nothing for me. That's just me. My preference.
Yeah.
I mean, if I got someone in my earpiece yelling, ring the bell, fine, I'll do it, but I'm going to be motherfucking you the whole time.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, the bell's just unnecessary when it's repeatedly bashed like that. It's like, I get it. If you want to do it like, I'll give you like 5 raps. Ding, 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 ding. That's about it, you know? But after that, clean your shit up.
Right.
You know?
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we're on the ARW.
Yeah, what happened?
Took place this past Saturday, and they had rapid fire.
Speaking of rapid fire, we're blowing through this fucking show. It may be done in an hour. I think we got an hour out of this. I think we did. We're at 40 minutes right now, so we'll see what happened at ARW.
We're going to.
Yeah.
Right now. I'm going to tell you right now.
This moment right here.
Right here. Right here.
This moment right here. Right now.
Right here.
Right here, right now. Rapid fire.
All right. So Kazile took on Danger Mask. Danger Mask got the win. This was funny thing is the fans were behind Kazile a little bit.
It's because they're Indiana people and they like lunatics.
Well, he's also part of Cult Classic, and Cult Classic has been pretty popular lately.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, there's other people that hate more.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
It was a fun match to watch. I enjoyed it. But Danger Mask wins, as he should. AFA, Jay Cross and Big Sev defeated the Cole Twins. Now, another term for AFA was brought to my attention. Amazing fucking anal.
Gotcha. I mean that could account for a lot of things. You could go aggressive fucking anal, anonymous fucking anal,
Ooh,
right? Articulated fucking anal. I mean, like literally the possibilities are endless when you just have the FA part always be fucking anal. Adrenaline fucking anal.
That's funny because ARW, the A stands for adrenaline.
There we go. I still believe always fucking around is a solid reason. What was it? What is the original, the actual like?
We'd have to go back to that video.
I'd have to go back to the video, yeah. Because like I said, because the concept of always fucking around is always in my head because it just sounds clever. How'd you go? I know it doesn't have the F word in it whatsoever.
Wow.
I know it doesn't have anal in it. I'll have to go back and re-listen to it again because, I mean, nothing again. I'm never gonna take away the artistic mind of Ivan Manson. I just think always fucking around is clever because people are finding out what happens when you do. Just saying.
Yeah, they are.
Act fucking accordingly. It does have the F word in it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right. Okay, so it 100% has the F word in it. So we got the fucking part right.
It's just we're not.
It's just the A's, yeah.
They said it. She said it once,
Yeah.
and now that became a thing. But they don't actually say it. They just say AFA.
Yeah, it's weird because I think once I heard her say the F word, I developed a crush on her, and I don't even know who she is. So.
Well,
but that's just me. I like when women swear at me, whether it be in person or in videos. So I don't know. I live a life.
act freaking accordingly.
I'm trying.
We'll go with that.
Boom. There we go. For the PG viewers out there.
Yeah. I'll try to say that more than the always fucking anal part. You know, that's a little.
Well, I mean, who knows? I mean, I know. I mean, like, there's people out there who, you know, just, I don't know, they just seem like children who, you know, need to have a more refined, you know, perception of life. Not to watch adults swear all the time, you know, like, you know, people who probably have like, I don't know, like a when they hear the word like boob. I don't know.
Well, speaking of boobs.
Tell you what, next week, not one cuss word on the show. We will go swear free on JFW next week.
We'll try.
I think we can do it. What we got to talk about next week? SCW? Fuck.
CSW.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. We'll be okay. Yeah. Swear free.
Try.
Yeah, we'll do what I can.
Can't make any promises.
I'll never promise that.
Yeah. But speaking of boobs, Isaac Slate, still the golden ticket holder, took on Nick Cutler. Nick Cutler, just returned. This is his first singles match since his last singles match, which was a long time ago.
I believe, was that when he lost the title to Creed?
No, it was sometime after that.
Really? Okay, I thought his final match was when he lost to Creed.
No, it was a little bit after that. I think he might have had one more after, because then he kind of went away unexpectedly, and then he just came back to say bye, and then decided to come back for ARW. But again, yeah, this is first singles match back. He did win via a count out as the manager pulls the boob out of the ring, Slate, to be specific, and they just walked out. But after the bell rang, Nick Cutler said he'll be right back. And he went to go get Isaac Slate, brought him back to the ring, and gave him his DDT. He was not about to leave without giving somebody a DDT. For the Indiana State Championship, we had Joshua Moon retaining against Jedi Mash. Now, match of the night, in my opinion, we saw Nick Diamond defeating Donovan Marcellus. You ever heard a crowd cheer for Nick Diamond?
Not really, but I mean, they should. He's a great talent. Poor attitude, but great talent. But no, I haven't.
Yeah.
Because typically, and again, because when it comes to Nick Diamond, he doesn't care about the opinion of others. And when people don't appreciate your opinion, you get a little bothered by it. But I think the closing of last month kind of shines a different light on the Diamond, pun intended. But interesting.
Nobody else shines Nick Diamond.
Nobody else shines the Diamond. I don't know.
But you're a dickhead if Nick Diamond is getting cheered and you're not. So Donovan's a dickhead.
Oh, but we knew that, when he was saying inappropriate things to try to get himself over because he's a child.
Right.
Cocksuckers, a big sucking, I don't know. It was the goofy shit he was saying.
And he called me out once at a show just to, get some attention.
Did he call you out this one?
No, not this time.
Probably because he was too busy losing.
Probably. And he focused on some other person, because he knows you say something about me, the crowd's gonna go crazy. So
100%. Yeah.
He didn't want to hear my name chanted. That's what.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't want to witness Nubby getting pops.
Nah. Because everyone knows he gets jealous, and others. Yeah. Nick Diamond got the win, and we'll see what happens going forward. Is he going to be getting another title shot? We don't know. Then we had Marcus Portrait, who was commissioner at one point. Now the executive assistant to Dave Allen, who is now the owner. He had the unfortunate privilege to announce Dave Allen to the ring. After belittling Marcus Portrait, Dave Allen announced that he is going to run a gauntlet against 3 top prospects, if you will. And if they beat him, maybe there's some kind of future. Who knows? Sometimes when Dave Allen talks, it's in one ear and out the other. Yes,
So Dave Allen put himself into a gauntlet match. Him being the single versus the multiple opponents.
Yes.
Okay, well, okay. Awesome. I mean, hey, way to step up.
He also had his little bitch boy with him, Carl.
You know what? You ever meet a Carl who wasn't a bitch? I mean, fuck, even the restaurant that has the name Carl in it is a junior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bitch to Hardys.
100%, yeah. That's right. Uncle Hardy, because Carl is not Hardy, but yeah, no, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What gets me is Carl, who wasn't even reffing that night, was wearing his referee shirt. I feel like he doesn't take it off. I think he lives in it.
I can see that. I see that. Trying to hold on to something like this is important to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally all I got.
Literally.
He's
got nothing else.
Nothing, which will make sense.
All right. So Dave Allen, called out first Tiny Mash of the Mash Brothers and defeated him.
Cleanly?
Then, as clean as you can get. Then he defeated Nate effing Gage of the program. He's that skinny dipshit that plays security.
Cleanly?
Well, yeah, because this guy's an idiot. So
Gotcha, okay.
Anybody in the program's an idiot. So.
Whoa. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what I think I just went. Never mind. I just had some walking going in my head there. Whoa. Listen, yeah, the program, do they do bad things? Yes. But Diamond and Schultz are some of my faves up there. So, I mean, come on now.
Well, Jay Thunder's my fave when he's not being a dipshit.
Yeah. They all need to do better.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Willie wasn't there.
Oh.
He must have fell or something. Then Dave Allen calls Josh Inez into the ring.
Innes.
Gotcha.
Creed said that I had a problem saying his last name, and I didn't think I did. I thought it was Innes or Innes. And that's the thing too. Is like, I just know him as Josh, but I mean I barely know him at all. Great dude, love the guy. Great camera work, but pronounce my last name, you know. And it's not T for all you idiots out there, but
well,
yeah,
Creed's
I'm not a
an
rapper.
idiot.
Creed's
an idiot.
Yeah.
Dipshit.
Yeah, stupid.
Dumbass. Moron.
Vegan.
So Josh Innes comes to the ring and says Dave Allen picked him as the next opponent. And he told him to lay down. So Josh laid down and got pinned.
Wow. Okay.
So seems like the people are falling to Dave Allen, you know. They're becoming bitches these days because they're afraid of Dave Allen. It's Dave Allen. I was his butler once and I left.
So what you're saying is Dave Allen ran the gauntlet.
He ran the gauntlet, and yeah.
Not a straightforward gauntlet. I did happen to see a note in the defense of Josh that he was told to lay down or he'd be fired.
Yeah, I did put that in my note.
Yeah, which still, listen, when it comes to Josh, again, he has a great mind for the business, and he has a great talent. If Dave Allen was to fire him, it would not be hard for him to find work at any other promotion anywhere else.
Right.
The fact that he chose to lay down, I get that he must have a real love for ARW. But, I mean, even that, it's like, dude, we saw him wrestle his buddy, you know, and I can't remember if it was Black and Blue or the show afterwards, but I think it was Black and Blue. Him and Chavez wrestled each other.
Yeah, I think so.
He's willing to step up for what he feels is right. It's just unfortunate that he felt he had to lay down. I would have called the bluff. I don't think Dave Allen could have done it without him. So,
I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't lay down for anybody.
Oh, no. No. Unless it's Betty Cena.
It depends on what the situation.
She's right behind you. You can ask her.
I'm sure.
She's not there. I don't see her. But dude, that's wild. I mean, because I think we even talked about, like, Dave Allen hasn't been around in a minute. The speculation was maybe he was going to be there, and this is what he does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and realistically, what was the point of it? You know, like,
get over it. I don't know.
And just say, hey, I can do it. Like this, yeah. Like look what I can do. I'm gonna run a gauntlet. Okay, come on now. If a former ARW heavyweight champion feels he needs to do something like that, he has bigger problems than I thought.
Yeah. I mean, he could have asked his buddy to lay down. I'm sure he would have. He probably does anyway.
You should have got in there, Nubs.
Hey, I probably could have. I could beat him. Yeah, it's not that hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's Dave Allen. Anybody can beat him.
Yeah. All that pent-up Butler rage.
Yeah, all that back pay he owes me.
Oh, yeah, because you know Penguin. You a turtle, bro.
That's right. I even had a match that night for him. I did it for him. He forced me into it, and I did it for him. And what did I get? I got yelled at for losing.
Oh.
Not my fault my partner didn't help me.
That's true. How dare he?
Kimberly Cash yelled at me, too.
I think she yelled at everybody.
She also kicked me in the face.
If there's two things I remember that Kimberly Cash did well was yelling at people and arm drags.
And kicking people in the face.
Kicking people in the face. Three things she did well. Yelling at people, arm drags, kicking people in the face. Managing poor tag teams. 4 things she did right. Arm drags, yelling at people, kicking them in the face, managing poor tag teams.
Yeah.
4 things. Yeah.
4 things.
Couldn't even give you a top 5. That was it. Those 4 things.
That's it. We had then Brendan Balling taking on Angel Armani, who is the AARP champion. I can't make this up. He literally has a championship that says AARP on it. But he came out with crutches. It turned out at the time now, he sprained his ankle on a pothole.
Bullshit. It was a hip, and we all know it.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's got to be, right? It was some kind of hip issue. Hey, good job for the Angel Armani ARWPro champion. Cross some streams again. It was right there. AARP. I'm just saying. Just happens.
Hey, babe.
I know. Message me later. Message me. Yeah. Everyone over there don't like it. Message me. It's fine. It's okay. We're good.
It's a podcast.
Yeah. I mean, who's gonna listen other than everybody?
Yeah, we get downloads.
Right? Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
What do you think? No. So the whole thing though about the ankle, it was all a ruse because he attacked Brendan Balling before the match officially started with the crutch.
Which, you know what, isn't outside the scope of what Angel Armani is known for. Getting the upper hand. I don't know a lot of his history, but I do remember some 2017 Angel Armani matches, and he was never really the straightforward guy. So.
No. He always did things very dirty.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I mean, like, is it any different than Ric Flair? You get a little bit older, you can find a ways to win.
And he's also from Wisconsin, so that explains things.
Oh, 100%. Wisconsin sucks.
But, so during the match, both gentlemen were outside the ring, and the ref got to 8, and Angel Armani said, stop. Told him to stop counting. And he said something that offended the ref so much that the ref went out to the ring, took Angel Armani's head, and slammed him into the canvas. I have never seen anything like that in my life. So he had to have been offended that much to literally actually do something for the first time in his referee career and actually move and got out of the ring and did something to Angel Armani.
Wow. I don't know about that. That sounds like something that he might get in trouble from higher ups.
So you're saying Dave Allen might have to look into that?
I think Dave Allen might have to look into that. Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's listen, and if the referee has a problem with things, I mean, disqualify them, finish the 10 count. You put your hands on the referee, yeah, or your referee put his hands on the wrestlers, man. I mean, that kind of just opens a floodgate of, hey, what you do, I could do, you know?
Yeah, I mean, when a wrestler touches a referee, it's okay for them to retaliate. He put his hand on Angel Armani first.
Yeah, that's
that's questionable.
I there's got to be some kind of repercussion for that. I mean, if not, fine. I don't know what was said by Armani. I'm sure when ARW gets their show up on YouTube, you know, check it out, see if it can be heard. But
yeah, because I couldn't tell what he said. I mean, Wisconsin people don't speak English anyways.
No, they suck.
Yeah, too much cheese. Balling did get the win via submission. So the crutch thing didn't work. Beating him up outside the ring didn't work. Maybe the interference by the referee did help out a little bit. I don't know. We had the tag team titles on the line as the family, Muggsy James and Michael Morris, defeated Jay Thunder and Eric Schultz.
Interesting. Again, I love seeing the fact that the family is kind of defending those titles. Maybe trying to remind people of who the family are.
Right.
Not a good look, though, for the program, though.
No. I don't know if it's because Willie wasn't there or they're just really not on the same page. I mean, it doesn't look like Jay Thunder really wants to be there. I feel like he picked the wrong team, which I've told him countless times. Yeah. You picked the wrong team.
He didn't choose the right cup. He chose poorly.
He did. I mean, me and Jay Thunder are undefeated together. Just saying.
There we go.
He's lost many matches since he's joined the program.
You should have talked some sense into him while you were there.
I tried.
Did you get a front row seat?
I did.
Should talk some sense into him.
I tried. I mean, after I booed him, because you know, when you're part of the program, you're gonna get booed. But I'm like telling him, can't trust these guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jay Thunder's got to figure it out though. I can't do everything for him.
That's right. Get your shit together, bro.
Let's go. Get your shit together.
Yeah, get your shit together.
Gotta get the Cowabunga crew going. Now we have the main event. Creed versus Ivan Manson for the #1 contendership for the Indiana State title, which will take place in April.
Yeah, how'd Creed win?
Well,
I'm just assuming.
well, okay, we'll go with that. He did win. However, Ivan Manson did go for a roll-up on Creed.
Yeah.
He was caught, however, pulling the tights.
Oh, okay. Well, again, and I don't want to put Ivan up there with Armani, but you get to a certain age, you have to find any kind of leverage to pick up a victory.
Yeah.
And, I expect nothing less from, Mad Dog Ivan Manson. Big bad brother from another mother because Papa was a freak, Saying. Yeah. So.
But then Creed did roll Ivan up. Now, he got the win. I, however, have to question whether or not Creed pulled the tights himself.
Is it wrong if he did, if Ivan did first?
Maybe, maybe not.
Right? I guess it kind of depends. I mean, like, to me, it's kind of more of a yes, it is, and no, it's not, because you're supposed to be kind of a role model for people, even though I think it's kind of like a pandering thing. But if you're gonna do some shady shit, fucking go all out with it. You might as well just low blow the dude and drop him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Ivan tried to do it, didn't work for him, and Creed tried to do it and it worked for him, what can you really say? We saw he had an attitude problem at the in that clip that he had with Diamond last month. I know he doesn't seem to enjoy the fact that veteran guys are quote unquote taking the spots of guys like Creed and Diamond, but
I mean, I'm all for the eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, do unto others as they do unto you. It's just, maybe when it comes to Creed, I think it's a little different. Maybe he needed to pull the tights on Ivan.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too, and I was kind of thinking that as you were talking was, when you do something like that, you're proving to everyone, could you have beaten him if you didn't? That's the the perception that people give. Like, if you need the cheat, you couldn't win, and this is your last resort. Now, yes, I will say, for Ivan's case, same exact thing. He thought he needed to do a little bit extra to win, and he tried and he failed. But Creed did it too. So if he has a problem with the veterans, if he has a problem with certain people, then fight them, finish them, pin them, whatever. To cheat to win, that doesn't prove anything. That just proves that you didn't have what it took that night to beat Ivan Manson. Now, I know he has victories over Ivan in the past. That's a different Ivan. This is a new Ivan. This is a well-rested, retired for, almost a year, back with a new attitude and a new group Ivan. Maybe Creed can't hang with this Ivan.
Oh, maybe Creed just can't hang, period.
Yeah. True.
I mean, we see what he does in SCW.
True. Being a little asshole everywhere he goes.
Yep. But yes, that was ARW Rapid Fire. They return April 12th for Do or Die.
Nice.
And with that win, it will be Creed against Josh Moon.
You said that was in May?
No, it's in April.
Oh. Somebody think it's in May. Oh. Warhorse.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If I look at the calendar real quick, so obviously we're going to try to get the NGW results for next Monday. But we're also going to cover Freelance, CSW, D6, Emerge, PPW, and SCW. All those shows are happening next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, so our St. Patrick's Day show going to be pretty big. 24th, just as big. Because if we get results for all those, we're going to have match cards for 4 shows coming up as well. So, Nubby, give me some final thoughts. What's going on in your mind about the wrestling business that you want to give a final thought on?
All right. So I did have one specifically.
Okay.
So let me pull up the post so I have some context. So
you're wearing glasses.
Get
it? Context. I'm sorry, that's a Pac-Man joke. Sometimes I do miss them.
You Pac-Man it.
All right, I'm sorry. What were we saying? Some context. What are we talking about here?
All right. So POW, they had a show last week.
Yes.
And like all companies, they like to show pictures of their crowd. And, they're proud of what they do. Every company should be proud when they have a packed house. Yeah. Now, we know POW runs in smaller venues. But they always pack their houses no matter where they're at. It could be a small venue. It can be at a big venue, and they always pack a house. Like, I was at Wrestle Rage. That place was packed, and it's bigger than the venue they were at in Fox Lake.
That venue where they usually do Wrestle Rage at, I've been to it. I wasn't at Wrestle Rage, but I was at a show that they did in the same venue. It's an odd setup, but it's amazing. And yeah, they do pack it pretty well there too. I set up on like a little balcony part. It was like balcony. Yeah. It's more like a higher rise kind of place. Yeah, it's an incredible setup there too. But you're right. Yeah, they definitely fill their spots. So
yeah. Now the Fox Lake venue, it's small. It's a VFW, but it's actually not as small as it looks in the picture. But they pack it, and good for them, right? Always a great thing to see. Well, some idiot decides to shit on them posting about it. And he says, 100 people, packed house, easily done with a small two room. Okay, whatever. Fill up a huge coliseum and then brag about a packed house. I'm like, okay, people.
What post is this on?
So, are you friends with Nick Hedford?
Nobody's friends with Nick Hedford.
No, that's the father.
And it's like Shelley's to me.
Oh, well, he's actually a good guy.
I'm sure he is, but he raised a shitbag son. You can say the same thing about Bill. I'm sure Bill's a great guy. Look at his fucking kid, bro.
No. Well,
but no, I'm not friends with the Hedford. No.
Okay.
It was on his post, I take it though.
Yeah, it was on his post, and some idiot named Glenn James. I'll put the name out there. I don't give a shit. Well, what's he gonna do? This guy went on about being there when Hogan was around, early days, bragging about this and that. I'm like, no one cares about the bag carriers, all right? And yeah, you had a gimmick name, whoop-de-doo. But my biggest issue is, why are people still shitting on companies who run in smaller venues and show that they have a packed crowd? Why can't people just shut up and let them do what they do? POW is a great company. And no matter where they're at, they pack a house. They fill every seat, and most of the time it's standing room only as well. Back when I was at PCW, they did the same thing. Like, yeah, I used to shit on them before I worked with them. I used to say they never drew the crowds, which they didn't at one point. Then once I started working there, things changed. I guess I'm a draw. I don't know. I get pops. But there were different venues that they ran out of, and they filled them. Even if, say the capacity was 200, they filled it with 200, maybe 205. You go to the next venue, 400, they're going to get 405. It's what they were doing. To me, it does not matter. Just as long as there's more than enough, who cares anymore? People need to shut the fuck up. They're putting on good shows. They're bringing in talent, and some of these talents are going to big companies. So, I don't know. Entitled pieces of shit like this guy, who looks like a fucking hillbilly as it is, just shut the fuck up, dude. Go away.
I'm kind of rummaging through the comments from that thing, and dude,
it's insane.
That dude is wild. How much was your pay for the night? I never made less than $200 for AWA TV tapings and around $1,500 to $2,000 for St. Paul Auditorium house shows, in addition to an expense paid. But when my indie shows with my students thrown in, with a few experienced workers still with $200 to $400 in-house, was able to pay $50 to $150 for talent. I had all concession rights and made money. What is this shit? And then he says pictures of him and all these other fucking people. There's one guy, I'm not even gonna fucking say it, but there's one thing he mentions about a wrestler who passed away, and that's not right.
No. It's just I can't stand people like that.
It's fucked up. Clearly, yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like, because when you look at independent wrestling, you look at the people who are in independent wrestling, they're either in it for the business or they're in it for the wrestling. And this guy based his success on the money. Doesn't matter about fucking crowds and shit like that. And honestly, looking at the photo, it's decent. Is it more than 100? Yeah, I'd say so. In fact, they got what, 2, 4? Yeah.
I think they get about 250 to 300 in there.
I agree 100%.
Which is great.
Yeah. The biggest problem, and when you mention, like, I'm going to say his name, what's the worst he could do? The only thing he could say against us is to do what everyone else does and go look at YouTube subscribers. That'd be the only fucking thing that he would do. Yeah, because that's what everyone does. They find the worst thing and they just show that. I think I've been accused of doing something like that. Taking the worst thing and just exploiting it. And that's not true. I bitch about what's given to me. But no, the fact that this guy had to go on here, which again, if Glenn James and this Nick Heifer guy are friends, hopefully they're not fucking friends anymore. Clearly he's an Elvis tribute, so I guess he's an Elvis impersonator.
One ugly one, that's for sure.
He is, honestly, fuck this dude.
And he mentioned AWA. Okay, AWA was a top company back then.
Yeah.
So they should be, drawing big crowds and selling out. This is independent wrestling. Independent wrestling is there to build stars. You're not really there to fucking be WWE. You can be like them, but you're not expected to draw 20,000 people at a fucking All-State Arena. It would be nice.
Yeah.
But it's not something is expected. You're expected to put on a good show, draw a great crowd for that building, and if you got to turn people away, that's a spectacular night.
Yeah.
I
love how Nick goes back to him and says, obviously, you're a mark for yourself. How about just being supportive of the wrestling community? Right. And then Glenn James has to name drop people like Bobby and Nick, my mentors. How about yours? Freak Show Blaze, which, hey, what's wrong with freaks? What's wrong with fucking freaks? I made a very mediocre career out of that fucking word. I made it out of a word so bad that fucking Seth Rollins is using it on WWE now. But hey, it's fine. Don't care. Funny Sonny Rogers. Again, he mentioned a wrestler who passed away. Not going to mention that. I guess they didn't teach their students how to have any real success in the business. Isn't one of Powell's wrestlers like a former North American champion in NXT?
Tony D'Angelo.
D'Angelo, yeah. Right. This shit's insane. I mean, obviously people are calling him a troll, which he is. Dude, that's fucking wild.
And he mentioned names that he was under, and I put it in there. I'm like, never heard of you. So it sounds like a bag carrier got a gimmick name.
Yeah.
Because I never heard this fucking guy. And this guy doesn't even look familiar. Looks like a fucking hillbilly from southern Indiana or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the time that even you and I have podcasts, we definitely have come across some shitty fucking people. And I don't want to compare one person to another in any scenario, but I mean, there was that one guy in the promotion. I can't remember where it was at. That
Tennessee. I know where you're going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that I just saw something that Jamie's no longer working with that other promotion.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like you come across people that you think have a love for the business, but really they have a love for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to take it and they just want to shit on other. It's like, if this guy truly does not live not only in the area but in the state, what the fuck does it matter?
Right.
You know, it's like unless this guy's a former POW guy and he had like a falling out and he's just trying to fucking get his shit in. Do what you want to do, man, but the way the shit he was saying, that's fucked up. Absolutely not. So good on POW, good on their turnout, good on any company that's showing up and playing. Yeah, no, good on you guys. Fuck what people say about that. That's stupid.
Yeah, dumbass.
Yeah.
You got a final freaking thought there?
Yeah. Do I? I mean, it's not. It's kind of lackluster. But I've been really thinking a lot about what WrestleMania is going to look like, match card wise, and everything. I know as we're recording, Raw is going on right now. Obviously, there's going to be a main event with Punk and Rollins and everything with the steel cage, and it got me thinking like we're probably going to get Logan Paul versus CM Punk at WrestleMania, right?
I hope not.
I mean, it kind of seems like that's where it's heading. Like, you know, obviously, like with Logan Paul eliminating Punk at Royal Rumble, Punk saying shit about Logan saying shit about Punk. I mean, it seems inevitable. It seems. I think if I plan better, I'm not saying if I plan better, knowing which I think we did fine. We got an hour and 20 minutes out of this show. If I knew how much extra time we had, maybe we would have fantasy booked WrestleMania. Because obviously, like, you know, a couple of things, the storylines are building. You know, some of the things I still think we're going to get Seth and Roman. It looks like we might get Cargill and Naomi. Obviously, we're going to get Bianca and Io Sky. We're going to get the championship matches. I think it's going to be Punk and Logan Paul. And in my mind, it's unnecessary. Because I would still love to see, and I think a friend at work said this, I actually wouldn't mind seeing Punk and AJ versus Rollins and Becky.
I would love to see AJ.
I think AJ coming back for that WrestleMania tag match, I think that'd be incredible. I think that could be a night one WrestleMania main event. But I think Rollins and Roman are going to happen at WrestleMania.
I also saw it would be Punk involved in that too.
Yeah, but for what reason? But what reason now? Like
you they had that thing at Rumble.
Yeah, but it's the thing. If you put Rollins, Roman, and Punk in a triple threat match, what do they win when they win? It's not for a championship. There's nothing to win out of it. That'd be because I said. I mean, a lot of people said that too. They'll triple threat them. That's great, but what's the victory in it? You know, I think that's what would be missing out of it. If it was for a championship, I could definitely see it. If it was for like a loser leaves or some goofy shit, maybe, but there's no prize at the end of it. You know, it's again, like, I think in this cage match, because right now it's 7:43. I'm assuming the cage match hasn't happened as of yet. It's 7:43 Central Time, so people aren't. I'm not spoiling anything to anybody. I think this show's gonna get released before the Raw's even done. I think Logan Paul cost CM Punk the match. I think they wrestle each other at WrestleMania.
I mean, if they build it, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Like that'll be okay.
But that's the thing. It's a match that leads to nothing. There's no outcome to it. It's just like Logan Paul needs an opponent. Okay, who needs an opponent? Well, Punk needs an opponent. Okay, well, I guess we'll just kind of throw them in. And this is the exact same shit, I believe, is the reason Phil Brooks left Raw or left WWE in, 2014? Because you're just going to throw them together with Triple H? Just because? So, I don't know. I'm excited for WrestleMania, but I think there are some matches that look like they're going to happen. I'm not too excited about. Cargill and Naomi, I really don't give a shit about. Paul and Punk, if it happens, cool, but it's not something exciting. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. So, okay, guys, we talked about what we're going to talk about next week, so we know what's going on there. Continue to listen to us wherever you pick up your podcasts on audio. If you want to watch the show, you can do so over on the JFW Podcast on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell wherever you listen or wherever you watch. Comment, leave some notes before or whatever that. If you work for any company that we have talked about that we are not getting information from, share that with us. If you're a fan who goes to these shows and share us the results from these shows, we'll shout you out on the show. We've done it. We just did it for Chris Miller, and neither of us like him.
He's an asshat.
He's an idiot, yeah.
Shout it out.
100%. So share with us the information. Unfortunately, we can't make every single show every single weekend, but with fans like you, if we can get the information here, it's even fucking better. Don't be a Glenn James. Don't be a fuckboy. Fucking respect the business. Respect independent wrestling. And Nubby, that's all I got.
I believe we can ring the bell in this episode.
Perfect. As always, I'm Travis Steve.
And I am the Faction Slayer, Nubby, the Amazing Turtle, Cowabunga.
And thank you for listening to the episode of Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW